Greetings, Wizard. We saw what occurred in the venomous hive. Let me help you. I know the path is hard, but you must have courage and faith in your heart. We will do whatever we can to assist you. You are searching for the last of the burrowers, yes? With luck, they can help you get closer to Morganth. Beyond this ravaged land lies the last wood of Khrysalis. I suspect the burrower scouts patrol this region stealthily. Search for a deer mouse scout. When you see one, stay close, or they can move quickly.
There, in the bramble, that looks like a deer mouse. Quickly, after him. Remember, Diego said to follow him closely.
Are you following me? I must away. Keep back, whoever you are. You'll only get hurt if you keep following me.
Hold your magic, Spellbinder. Paul Brokensword would speak to you. He waits for you. There!
Why have you been chasing me? You were with Devim Whiteheart? The commander of the Foothold, Alwyn, will want to speak to you at once. Go inside and see him.
Hail, Spellbinder. Paul Brokensword said we should speak. Tell me of your deeds. You rescued Devim Whiteheart from his captors at Bastion and traveled with him unto the apiary. Where is he now? No, tell me it is not so. Devim was like a brother to me. This is a grave day for all burrowers. If you wish to help us, you will drive back some of the blue razors near the flower meadow. Then strike at the flame legs in the burn and extinguish their fire pits. They wield blazing torches to burn our beloved forest. I am impressed by your deeds. Spellbinder, you have helped us strike back at the Umbra Legion. Thank you for that. I must send you on now into Peppergrass Nook to speak to our leader, Elazar Fireblade. Tell him all that you told me.
Commander Alwyn has told me about you, Spellbinder. What is your purpose? You stand against the Shadow Queen. We will give you what knowledge and support we can to aid your quest, but I do not know how much hope is left. Our spies indicate the Shadow Queen recently returned from a great military campaign, and she seems more powerful than ever. Her forces have trebled their attacks, and we have been cut off from our allies in Queen Myrtle Town. The path between our villages has been flooded. Could you scout the route for us and see if you can divine a way through?
This is where the path is blocked. The water has a corrupt, magical radiance. It makes sense to follow it to the source. You see a pair of cursed lake elementals hovering at the shoreline, diverting the lake down the path.
Spellbinder, do not strike us down. We are compelled to this action by the Shadow Queen's servant, a cruel, death's head sorcerer.
Cursed lake elementals! Even nature herself is enthralled to the Shadow Queen! Spellbinder, can you discover where this death's head sorcerer hides, and break his compulsion over the lake elementals?
Just past the lake elementals, you pick up a trail. It follows the edge of the lake.
You're not a mouse? What kind of foul creature are you? I'll leash you just like I did those stupid lake elementals. I surrender. I release the curse that held the lake elementals in my thrall.
Spellbinder, thank you for freeing us. We will leave the burrowers in peace.
Well done, Spellbinder. Thank you for removing this great obstacle for us. We must re-establish communications post-haste. The path is opened again to Queen Myrtle Town. Can you take a message for me to the Air Force Commander, Tobias Splitsky? It's imperative that the message gets to him, and I cannot trust that my men won't be intercepted by the Umbra Legion.
You bear a message from Elazar Fireblade? Who are you that we should trust this message? Sabra says she knows you. Is this true?
This is the Spellbinder who freed Florian and me from the apiary and who helped Jalen in Bumblertown. This Spellbinder is good and powerful and could be a useful ally.
I see. It takes a great deal to convince Sabra, so that is high praise indeed. We know that Shadow Weavers and Yellowjackets have been massing in Camp Havoc, just beyond our borders.
They are going to retaliate for our attack on the Appiday village. The Spellbinder could infiltrate Camp Havoc to learn their plans. You can sneak into Havoc via our hidden portal that leads directly into their camp. They know nothing of it, so you will have surprise.
It's a strong idea. Force the Night Flames to reveal their leader to you. He'll have the information we need.
None other than the grim, ghastly, Gallic Poison Thorn! His tent is right there! A wizard? This is an unexpected delight. I'll enjoy shredding your skin and leaving it for Warlord Cravenly. He'll be here soon. Cravenly the Hunter will oversee the completion of the siege engines. We will fling Kermy's fire and burn down the last wood. He's also overseeing the development of wicked new arms in the weapons tent, which will crush the Burrower forces. Curse you, light child! Curse you and your pet and your mount too! You'll never find the weapons tent until it's too late!
Maybe you should look around and see if you can find the weapons tent and see what they are up to. There are some ominous sounds of weapon grinding and fitful whines coming from this tent.
Lightbringer, I sting your heart. I buzz away in shame.
They are transforming Bumbler drones into Goliaths here.
Spellbinder, what news have you brought us? You defeated a Shadow Overlord? That's excellent news. Ah, but the information about them expecting a warlord and creating new forms of Goliaths is most worrisome. Talk to Sabra. I think she has worked out a new plan.
I believe I've come up with something. My sister Sidra was sent to scout Tyrian Gorge, which is where the Arachna mine the Kermes fire they intend to use against us. When we returned from the apiary, Sidra had not reported back, so we sent Florian Sunflare out again to find her. But now he has also vanished. We think he may have been taken by blue razors near the flower meadow. Can you help us find him?
The sugar glider messenger? Yes, we caught him neatly. Grim Mimo holds him nearby.
Outsider, why do you intrude on my lair? I am a devotee of the Shadow Queen and have traveled from far Zafaria to serve her. Do you think a petty magician like yourself can hope to stop me? Magician, you have unraveled me. I will tell the Shadow Queen of your intrusion, and she will deal with you herself.
Spellbinder, thank you so much for freeing me from Grim Mimo. The blue razors wounded me, and I feared I would not see home again. I cannot continue my quest to Tyrian Gorge. I can just about make it back to Queen Myrtletown. Meet me there.
Florian, what happened to you? Well done, Spellbinder. We'll get Florian to rest and recover. Spellbinder, would you continue to help us and take up Florian's quest? Fly to Tyrian Gorge and search for my sister Sidra. You'll have to pass through Bastion, but I don't know how you'll open the Silent Market gate to Tyrian Gorge.
You know of some people in Bastion who might help.
You do? Grand. Once you get there, search for any signs that Sidra left. Let me teach you our signcraft.
Spellbinder, it is good to see you, uneaten. Tyrian Gorge. I want to help you, Spellbinder, but it is not within my power. But Zoltana the Mirror Mask can open the way for you. She can be frosty, so you should play to her tastes. Zoltana is fond of tea, a strange delicacy from the Spiral. Have you heard of it? Collect these things to impress her. Look around Silent Market for a sack of black salt and a bowl of turmeric powder. You'll need an ornate tea set. I've seen one in Bastion. The tea will be the hard part, however. Shadow Weaver Viken Limeblight smuggled in a crate of Mushu tea. He's here in the market. You have to make him give it up. Take those things to Zoltana the Mirror Mask. Then, ask her nicely.
You want some tea? Who told you I had some? They are lying liars who lie. I won't give you a leaf. Not that I have any. Curse you, tea drinker! Take my crate of the finest tea in Mushu and be gone with you!
Look who it is. What do you need from me?
Who told you I liked Mushu tea with black salt and turmeric? Kalakak?
I'll speak to him about this. Now, what do you want, Spellbinder? Travel to Tyrian Gorge? I don't see any problem with that, but it is not my call. Seek out my sister hunter, Zaragovia the Doom Mask, in the Silent Market. It is her jurisdiction. You may have to plead your case forcefully, but I trust you'll do what's needed.
Spellbinder, why do you disturb me? A key to the Tyrian Gate. Why would you want that? Are you conspiring with the rebels? I think you are. I yield. Take the key to the Tyrian Gate. Let me be.
I assume you got what you needed. Now that you've acquired a key, exit the Tyrian Gate. You'll find yourself on the South Rim, the gorge open before you. While you are out there, you should keep an eye out for any rebel sign, some indication that they've passed through the area. If you find any, it would be a practical matter to track them down, yes?
Those beetle carapaces would make good cover for someone leaving a hidden message. Underneath this ancient beetle carapace is a half-buried stone. The stone is painted with signcraft. Based on what Sabra taught you, the signcraft says,
"Friend, go into the gorge and find the cave by Overlook Ledge. I will meet you there."
You see what must be Overlook Ledge, but no easy way to reach it. Perhaps this cave will lead you up there? The cave appears occupied.
I don't know who you are, but please help me before these ground hornets sting me to death. I wasn't expecting someone like you, but I'm grateful for your help. I was sheltering here, waiting to meet an ally from Queen Myrtletown, when these ground hornets decided to move into this cave. Now that you've driven the ground hornets away, we can leave this place. Now, what is your story? Sabra was worried? That's my big sister, but I can take care of myself, though I could use a little help. Your timing is excellent. The patrols are so fierce, I have not been able to finish surveying the region. Can you scout the mine, the Dragonfly stables, and the 100-legger patrols? I'd like your insight.
The Arachna are hard at work, digging out huge boulders and breaking them down for the volatile liquid metal trapped inside. The equipment looks fragile, though. A well-placed spell or hard-hitting strike might set them back. 100-leggers patrol this area aggressively, making sure no rebels disrupt their operation. But you're pretty sure you could take them.
Good. You are seeing the same things I am. We need to disrupt their operations as best we can. Can you break some of their mining equipment? Well done. That will set them back a bit. I have a wicked little plan, but we will need a few handfuls of lightning bugs to pull it off. Sneak over to the lightning bug houses and gather some while I work out the details. Excellent! Those will do perfectly. We're going to use these pretty little lights to scatter the dragonflies. Before we get to the dragonflies, however, we'll need to scatter the guards, defeat some digger drones so we have an opening. I've never seen them run so fast on their 100 legs. Dragonflies naturally follow lightning bugs to the best food sources. The Umbra Legion uses that to direct the dragonflies' flight paths. Rush up to the dragonfly stables and cut the cords on the pens. That will allow the dragonflies to fly free. To get them into the air, you're going to have to release the lightning bugs. Once they are loose, the dragonflies will follow.
You cut the cords, but the dragonflies just mill about, seemingly confused by their newfound freedom. This looks like a good place to release the lightning bugs. Fly, my pretties, fly. As the lightning bugs rise in the warm air, there's a stir amongst the dragonflies, and soon the great beasts take to the air.
Oi! Someone let dragonflies out!
That will cost them considerable time rounding them all up again, and it causes the distraction we need. The skies are clear, and now I can return to the last wood and report back. I'll see you back with Sabra at Queen Myrtle Town.
Spellbinder, you found Sidra and brought her back safely. Thank you. In the time you've been gone, we've seen a lot of movement at Camp Havoc. Tobias Splitsky would like to speak to you about it.
Spellbinder, between your report and Sidra's, we have a better sense of what the Umbra Legion is planning. Unfortunately, there is still much work to be done, and not much time to do it. I'm afraid the Umbra Legion at Camp Havoc is getting ready to strike, despite the setbacks we've thrown at them. Can you brave Camp Havoc again and get a sense of how close their siege weapons are to completion? You'll probably have to question some Night Flames as well, to take their temperature.
Although you are not a master of siege warfare, you can tell these weapons are nearly complete. They could do immense damage to the last wood and the burrower villages.
Soon our siege weapons will rain Kermie's fire upon the last wood, burning them and your burrower friends to cinders!
Your reports confirm what my scouts had seen. Time is short. We must coordinate with the mice at Peppergrass Nook, or else the Umbra Legion will destroy us both! Instead of working on our defenses, I propose we turn the Umbra Legion's weapons against them! What do you say, Spellbinder? Take this message to Elazar Fireblade in Peppergrass Nook at once. It outlines a plan to capture their weapons for ourselves.
Spellbinder, it is good to see you again. You bring a message from Tobias Splitsky. Let's see it. What Tobias proposes is intriguing. However, the Umbra Legion has been stepping up their patrols in the burn. That honeycomb wall is a terrible obstacle, but Tobias has suggested a way we might bring it down. While I work out the details, can we implore you to drive back a patrol of blue razors and flame legs to give us time?
You may have won this round, but soon all you burrow lovers will suffer the sting of the Shadow Queen.
Spellbinder, you won now, but soon Shadow Queen burn trees to ground, dig you out, then swallow you whole.
Grim news. As I had heard, the Shadow Queen's forces are growing more active and more bold. But I know of none more bold than you. Spellbinder, let me introduce you to Dorian Bright Eyes. Turn around, nephew. Not as brave as you, perhaps, but a hero in his own right. I have added to Tobias's plan based on your reports. You must work with Dorian and lead him to Tyrian Gorge. He'll explain more.
Greetings, Spellbinder. I have heard many remarkable things about you. Eleazar has ordered me to Tyrian Gorge to turn the Umbra Legion's weapons against them. I'll need your help getting there. We will have to go through the Last Wood, the Moon Cliffs, and Bastion to get there. I will follow you closely, Spellbinder. It is a good thing you have that comb key. However, it only allows a few people to pass through the Honeycomb Gate at a time. The gate lies in the center of the Honeycomb Wall, an accursed construction of Randaz the Builder. It was built after the fall of Bastion. The Honeycomb Wall contains us and prevents Eleazar from mounting a full attack on the apiary. We'll have to be careful sneaking through the apiary. We need to go down through Bumbler Town and to the Mooncliff Gates to get into Bastion. Very good, Spellbinder. Let's hurry across Bastion and the Silent Market and through the Tyrian Gate. Tyrian Gorge is dangerous, as you well know. We need to find a good vantage point. This nook is well sheltered. Though we are right beneath their mandibles. Bear with me. This scheme has a lot of moving parts. We want to turn the Umbra Legion's weapons against them. The plan is to get a dragonfly and use it to drop an explosive barrel of Kermes fire on the Honeycomb Wall to melt it down. First, we need our own dragonfly. Unfortunately, the adults bond with a particular race, so one raised by the Umbra Legion or a 100-legger will never serve a mouse. I need you to go into the hatchery cave and get me a dragonfly egg. I'm sure the cavern will be guarded.
Intruder! Don't take eggs! Feed you to hatchlings! Too strong! Flee! Summon Seeker!
What's a Seeker?
Child of light, you have wormed your way deep into the shadow. What a tragedy to die poorly in a dragonfly hatchery.
Oh, that's a Seeker.
that! I curse your blood 1,000 times! May your children devour you alive!
You find a perfect egg in the pond. It nearly hums with life.
Ah, this egg looks perfect. I can tell it will hatch into a noble beast. It will take a bit of time and care to get this egg to hatch. Meanwhile, we have time to construct a harness. The best suited material would be the milk webs that goat weavers spin. Goat weavers are extremely shy, so you may never see one. But they hang milk webs around the rocky cliffs they climb. Can you gather some? That looks like enough milk webs. Now we just need to weave them together and... Oh, yeah. How does one handle these strands? They're too sticky. I suppose the digger drones must know how one is to use these blasted, viscous milk webs. I'll keep trying, but I need you to question some digger drones. Don't take ugh for an answer.
Questions? Milkwebs? Too clingy. We don't touch. You ask Lieutenant Zergrush. Are you here to fight me? I will surely fight you. What's that? You do not need to fight? All right then. You are entangled by milkwebs? They are gummy and tenacious. I avoid them at all costs. Hard to scrape off all my feet. Zexia Steelweaver would know. She excels at crafting with them. Let me think now. My men told me something about her. Ah, yes. She's in the Wampy Cave. Did I mention she was abducted by a scarlet woolly, terrifying monster? Good luck. What's that smell? A spellbinder? Ugh. I thought they smelled bad on the inside.
Thank you, Spellbinder. I was afraid I'd be braiding his hair forever. Quickly, let us be away from this place. You are trying to weave with milk webs? That is very tricky, even for me. I imagine it sticks to your hair, and eyebrows, and eyelashes. But if you sift a little dust on the milk webs first, they become much easier to handle. Like this, see? There, you've got it.
All we need to do is sprinkle some dust on it first? Excellent. Now to get it all out of my fur. Look! The baby dragonfly has hatched. She's cute, after her fashion. But she's ravenous. I have no idea what to feed her. Maybe you can ask the 100-legger that helped you last time, Zergrush, quickly, before she nips my fingers off.
Baby dragonfly? Where would a spellbinder like you get one of those? Oh well, they are beautiful.
and feisty. But you must keep them well fed, or they get cranky and will bite your fingers off. Ha! But since you asked, baby dragonflies love mosquito larvae. You can find some in the Chiroptera cave. That's where we harvest it.
He could have warned you about the bats. You carefully collect the mosquito larvae. Ick!
Ah, mosquito larvae, of course. The baby looks hungry. It's a bit, squicky. I know you spellbinders are made of stern stuff. Would you mind, hand-feeding her?
You carefully hold the mosquito larvae out to the baby dragonfly. She gobbles it down and asks for more. Once you finish feeding the dragonfly, she makes a contented humming sound at you.
The baby dragonfly is growing amazingly fast. She'll be ready soon. We're going to need barrels of Kermie's fire for the attack run. Sneak around the mining camp and steal some barrels of Kermie's fire. You've gathered more than enough. Be careful. That stuff can explode with the slightest provocation. The dragonfly is all grown up. Amazing how fast they mature. We need to learn how to handle the Kermie's fire properly, so we can transport it without burning ourselves up. Grab some of the 100-leggers and see what advice they have about moving the volatile stuff.
Stop fighting. You wish to know secret of Kermie's fires? Ask Captain Catargeral.
Oh! You stink of burrower fur! You been out on the front lines fighting burrower vermin? Good on you, Spellbinder. Oh, we're readying the Kermie's fire for Warlord Cravenly's final push to drive the burrowers from the last wood. Oh, what do you need? Move some Kermie's fire? If you mix some Kaiserger powder into it, oh yeah, it'll stabilize. Oh, the Sky Streamers by the Milkweb Gate have tight control of the Kaiserger powder. I don't know how you'll convince them to give some up. Of course, once stabilized, you'll need a fuse to light it. You knew that, right? You can get fibers from the broken stumps to make a fuse, but they aren't too friendly. Stand your ground. You stink of Khrysalis powder. Make sure you mix the Khrysalis powder into the Kermes fire. Then fasten the fuse to it and light it when you're ready. What'd you say you wanted to, do with the barrel of Kermes fire? Strap it to a dragonfly? Oh, madness! Make sure you tell Cravenly and the Banyan Tower or they'll blow you out of the sky. They enhanced the weaponry in there after some fool let loose a bunch of dragonflies. Can't let the burrowers control the skies.
That sounds like something you should warn Dorian about. Better get back to him right now.
Khrysalis powder to stabilize the Kermes fire and a fuse. Brilliant work, Spellbinder. Let's mix it up. What's this about the Banyan Tower now? You're going to have to take control of the Banyan Tower so that the dragonfly and I can take off safely. Can you take care of that while I attach the harness to the dragonfly? Good luck, Spellbinder.
What is the password? What do you mean you don't know? Have you checked with the digger drones today? They could tell you. Was I supposed to say that?
Password? It's Peristratio Sphicomeia Stratio Sphicomeotes. What's that? Oh no, sorry, I was just clearing my throat. Today's password is Brundlefly.
Are you sure you're ready to tell me the password this time? Brundlefly? Yes, you got it. All right, come inside. Wait a minute. Who do you think you are?
Young wizard, this tower was built by the Burrowers in the old times, but now it is a seat of Morganth's power. Her forces use it to control the sky above and the land below. They dominate and torture the land. You will find one of her pet warlords at the peak, controlling the tower's armaments. He is called Cravenly the Hunter. Born to Zafaria, he left as a cub and traveled throughout the spiral, stalking and killing the most dangerous game. Cravenly the Hunter waits for you.
Lightbringer, you ascend to your doom. Although we are crushed, the Shadow Queen will have your head soon enough. Cravenly the Hunter awaits.
A wizard? The Shadow Queen warned me that a pet from Wizard City might come sniffing around my lair.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is that a familiar ratty face I see skulking about the Banyan Tower? Cravenly, gut and skin the wizard, then bring me the pelt.
When I first arrived, I said I wanted an ideal animal to hunt. It must have courage, cunning, and above all, it must be able to reason. But the burrowers are no match for me, nor the Umbra Legion. The Shadow Queen promised me the greatest of challenges. The spiral makes some people poets, some kings, some beggars. Me, the spiral made a hunter. You, a wizard. Let's see how you fare. I have played the wolf, and now I must play the sheep. The best sport in the spiral, though perhaps not for the prey.
You think you're so clever, little wizard. Cravenly was nothing more than a puffed-up alley cat, but he drew you out. I know what you're up to now, and soon enough, I'll have the pleasure of watching you bleed.
Wizard, you should smash this pillar of mystical fire. Blind the eye of Morganth, so she cannot see what you are about.
Don't you dare! Curse you, you painted pony!
You have done well. As the Council knew you would, take heart. We are sending you our brightest thoughts, and will help as we can. Now that Morganth has seen you with her own eye, the land will grow colder, and the battles more fierce. Be on guard, young wizard, and be on your way.
Fantastically well done, Spellbinder. With the Banyan Tower lost to them, we can take advantage of the skies. Now that I won't get shot out of the sky, I'm ready to prepare for the attack run. I'll fly this girl up to the last woods. Go to Elazar Fireblade at Peppergrass Nook, and we'll finalize our plan from there.
I am pleased to see you and Dorian both safe after such a perilous journey. I'll send a message to Device Splitsky in Queen Myrtletown. They can distract the forces in Camp Havoc while we strike the apiary. Spellbinder, can you scatter the flame legs and blood hornets in the burn to give Dorian a clear path to approach? Once that's done, drop this flare into an ember pit to signal Dorian Bright Eyes. Dorian will then swoop in on his dragonfly for his attack run on the honeycomb wall. Finally, meet Alwyn Woodward on the field. He'll be leading the ground troops. We will need your help with the Queen Brood Mother.
Flee! Flee! Flee!
You toss the flare into the ember pit. It ignites and rockets up as a signal to Dorian Bright Eyes.
Yahoo!
I love the smell of Kermie's fire in the morning. What a first blow. You have orchestrated a great day for the Burrows, and all those who believe we can stand against the Shadow.
The honeycomb wall has fallen. It is time to storm the apiary. Once more unto the breach, dear friend. Once more. The blast of war blows in our ears, and it is time to imitate the action of the deer, the tarantula hawk, the tigron. Charge into the apiary and help us take down the royal guards. They will lead us to the Queen Brood Mother. Then it falls on you to duel the Queen Brood Mother. If she falls, we will win this battle of bees.
No more! You'll find the Broodmother lurking in the Golden Hoard Chamber!
You do not understand what you're dealing with, do you? I am the perfect organism. My structural perfection is matched only by my hostility. Spellbinder, let us speak beneath the sky. By the celestial moon, my compound eyes are finally clear. What has the Shadow Queen done to me?
The Shadow Queen cursed me with this form, twisting me into a dark reflection of what I once was in the old times. I have lived in anger and fever and hunger for generations, a ceaseless nightmare. Please, Spellbinder, can you help me? The curse can be lifted, and some good brought back to the land if you can restore my true image by using the Moon's Crown. The Moon's Crown is a potent relic carved from an arcane crystal at the top of the Eclipse Tower. Zoltana may know how to find it. Do not take too long, Spellbinder, or the shadows will come again, and my nightmare will begin anew.
Spellbinder, I have heard distressing reports from both Tyrian Gorge and the apiary. What news do you bring? The Shadow Queen has not suffered setbacks like these in generations! Well, not here, at the center of her power, at any rate. How have the Burrowers been able to do so much in so little time? You have heard rumors of a spy in the Umbra Legion? Who would risk so much for so little hope, It raises the question, why are you here? The Moon's Crown. The ancient seer Timon Whiteflame who dwells in Bastion might know. But take care, he is often thorny.
Who are you to disturb my contemplations? My work is vital. I am searching for rot at the core of Bastion. There is a spy working against the Shadow Queen. Have you heard the name Cornelius? Is this you? No, I don't think so. You are too young, too fresh. But I'll gut you and read my answers in your entrails. The moon's crown. It was lost at the end of the old times, right after the fall of Bastion. A brazen young burrower named Alyssa Stargazer hurt Morganth and fled with the moon's crown to Tyrian Gorge. Alyssa Stargazer hid in the Winter Halo Caverns, an ancient cave once home to epic powers. Perhaps she disturbed something in those fathomless depths, for neither she nor the moon's crown was ever seen again.
What knowledge did Timon Whiteflame have to share? A spy in Bastion? Something to discuss at greater length another time. What did you learn about the moon's crown? Lost in the Winter Halo Caverns? I do not know Tyrian Gorge that well. You need an expert in local geography. Go to Tyrian Gorge and seek out Captain Kator Jaral at the mining camp. Tell him I told him to help you.
Whoa! You stink like an ancient moth's ear. Don't you ever bathe? Why are you bothering me? We're recovering from several dastardly burrower attacks. Probably the work of this Cornelius. Zoltana said I was to help you? Help you do what? Find the moon's crown in the Winter Halo Caverns? Ha! A fool's tale. But search if you want. The caverns lie near the Milkweb Gate. They're infested, though, with winter scorpions.
In the depths of the cavern, you see a mystical staff that looks like it was made by a burrower. As you examine it, you sense a tiny spark of magic remains. Suddenly it flares up, summoning a ghost to stand before you.
Who are you that finds me after so very, very long? Are you the Shadow Queen? Do not hurt me, please! No! The venomous striders come! agent of light, an arrow aimed at the heart of shadow. You seek the moon's crown. It is still here. The moon's crown is the key to the Eclipse Tower, once a place of pure moon magic, before it was corrupted by shadow. I stole the moon's crown and fled here, but I was weak and alone and could not fend off the winter scorpions, and so my spirit remains. The moon's crown is a prize of the baleful Empress. If you overcome her, my spirit will fly free on the winds of change.
What warm blood enters my home? A child of light? A spellbinder? You will provide a great feast for my children!
Recovered the moon's crown. There is a chip in the crown. A precious stone is missing. Still, with this in hand, you are well on your way to driving back the shadow. Thank you, Spellbinder, for freeing me.
Whoa! Stink of scorpion venom. Oh, you found the moon's crown, huh? Part is chipped? Oh, I wouldn't worry. You can barely notice it. I'm sure it'll do just fine. Take it back to Zoltana and Bastion, and you tell her to find out who this Cornelius is. These spies cannot be tolerated.
Spellbinder, you have recovered the moon's crown? Your deeds are quite remarkable. I'm sure the Shadow Queen will take particular notice of you soon, if that is your wish. Kator told you to investigate the spy Cornelius? I would not worry about that. I do not think such a person exists. There has long been a rumor of a fifth column within the Umbra Legion, working against the Shadow Queen. This treasonous group supposedly believes in a different reading of the Shadow Queen's grand prophecy, but this is heresy. Any who claimed such a thing would face unimaginable punishment if they were to be caught. Who would dare? But to matters at hand, who sent you after the moon's crown? The Broodmother. How curious. Take it back to her at once.
Spellbinder, I struggle to keep my thoughts my own. Do you have the moon's crown? I have been abuzz since you left, barely able to contain my emotions. I fear the Shadow Queen's wrath, but I cannot live like this. Do you have the moon's crown? I see it is broken and missing a gem, but it still has much magic within it. Bring the moon's crown into the Royal Queen's chamber, and let us see if we can master its use. Spellbinder, let the power of the moon's crown flow over me and wash away this crass and brutal form. I am transforming!
Spellbinder, I am restored, and yet the blood pounds beneath my antennae. Spellbinder, do you feel that cold wind blowing?
young wizard. I told you I knew what you were up to. You wish to save the bees? Ha! How? When you can't even save yourself. Witness a fraction of the power of the Song of Creation.
Spellbinder, what have you done to me? A fever courses through my veins, and hunger burns within my mind.
I must admit, I admire the Broodmother's purity. A survivor, unclouded by conscience, remorse, or delusions of morality. I hope her poison lets you live long enough to experience a truly painful and wretched death.
Spellbinder, is that you? I was swallowed by the shadow, and you have saved my spirit a second time. Quickly, use the moon's crown to force me to shed the Shadow Queen's skin.
Spellbinder, the good you have done this day is invaluable. A great deal of work remains. The Yellow Jackets are still in the thrall of the Shadow Queen. We must save them. If we can restore the Moon's Crown, you could then wrest control of the Eclipse Tower from the Shadow Queen. From there, you could unravel her spell over Bastion and her control over my people. You need to locate the crown's missing fragment, a jeweled teardrop called the Moon's Tear. Gluttonous Blotter would know. He's a hideous creature who squats in the golden vault, hoarding treasures. If anyone has the Moon's Tear, it is him.
Yes? What goodies you bring to Gluttonous Blotter? You ask me for the Moon's Tear? I will trade it to you, if you get me 42 treasures that I covet, scattered far and wide. What's that? You defeated Cravenly the Hunter, and the Baleful Empress, and the Brood Mother? Okay, I will tell you, Spellbinder. Don't feed me to the humongo frogs. The Moon's Tear was lost in the Abyssal Cave, in Tyrian Gorge, the blackest pit in Khrysalis. Now take your threats and your wand and leave me be. Ask that cold-blood Zaltana how to find the Abyssal Cave.
Spellbinder, it intrigues me to see you again so soon. The Shadow Queen orders us to watch for a wizard from Wizard City. She said this one pains her and disturbs her composure. The Shadow Queen offers unimaginable reward for any warlord or servant who brings her the wizard's wand. Or head. Either. Both. I admit, I can imagine quite a lot. It is unlucky for me, then, that I know only you, Spellbinder, but no wizards. I assume you delivered the Moon's Crown to the satisfaction of the Brood Mother. News from the apiary has been limited. Tell me no more. You search for the Abyssal Cave now? It lies deep within Tyrian Gorge. Speak once again to Captain Kator-Giral.
Oh, you stink of roach slime. Or is that the smell of Bastion's traitor? Any luck finding Cornelius? No. Pity. Okay. Now why are you back here? The Abyssal Cave. Haha. You do like to tour the Badlands, don't you? It's very dark in there. Very dark. Crystal geodes might light it up nicely if you cracked a few and let them loose. My men like to crunch on them. Good for the gizzard. You'll have to rustle the 100-leggers for him. Haha, good luck. Oh, you stink of crystal geodes. Actually, they smell pretty good. Give me one. Whoa, oh, I hit the spot. To reach the abyssal cave, you'll have to pass through the Milkweb Gate. You remember how sticky that stuff is? The skyscrapers have a special potion, an unguent, which lets them slip through like slime off a roach's back. Go ask the skyscrapers to give you a vial of unguent. I'm sure they'll hand it over if you give them good reason, no? Whoa! You stink of unguent! The abyssal cave lies down a narrow path not far past the Milkweb Gate. Search its inky depths for the moon's tear. But beware, something terrifying lives in the black.
You open the stopper on the vial. You pour the unguent all over yourself. It really does stink. You hope it gets you through the Milkweb Gate. Ah, the glory of being a wizard. You crack open the crystal geodes. They flare up with a soft light, and you release them to float ahead of you.
Shadow Spawn, we will not let you pass!
Servant of Shadow, the fifth column will never forget and never surrender.
The Shadow Queen may have destroyed us, but our spirits still oppose her.
You are not a child of Shadow. You fight against the Shadow Queen?
We took the moon's tear to keep it from the Shadow Queen. We brought it to this terrible place, and it cost us our lives. You may have it with our approval, but it lies deeper down, stolen from us by something ancient and more dangerous. Shadow Fighter, if you free our material remains from the webs, we would be thankful.
You untangle the body from the web. It crumbles to dust, but you hear a joyful whisper on the wind. And then another sound, hot, mean, and hungry.
A dream of light comes here to these plumbless depths. A light in the dark. A child under an endless, starless sky. I was here before the first world was broken. ever since Grandmother Raven locked the shadows away. I am named Atlas Ling, Webmaker, Light Drinker, Ghost Spider. Is it time to shake off the chains of sleep? To stretch my web to the world above? To drink deep of the hot, salty blood?
A cold chill runs down your spine as you sense a strange, shadowy aura surrounding this one. What kind of magic will he command?
Child, no more! No more! Your light, it burns!
In the middle of the ghost spider's web, you find a glowing blue teardrop that radiates with moon magic. This must be the moon's tear.
Young wizard, you overcame an ancient spirit of darkness and hunger. Very well done, if I do say so myself. Now, you hold a fragment of near-perfect moon magic. But you will have to find a way to reforge the moon's crown so it is whole once more.
Whoa! You stink of ghost spiders. You need to repair the moon's crown. That kind of thing is beyond my expertise. I'm more about digging and blowing things up. You know, burrowers used to be very good at glasswork and crystal making. Perhaps you could capture one and interrogate him.
Or maybe you could just ask Elazar Fireblade.
Spellbinder, the tale of your defeat of the Brood Mother has become legend. Our people still fight the Yellow Jackets, but we have heard the Bee Queen wishes to parley. Now, what can I help you with? You need an expert glass shaper. I know just the fellow. Chihuly is a brilliant artisan, though a touch eccentric. Chihuly Glass Shaper has a shop here in Peppergrass Nook. He will do whatever it takes to hurt the Umbra Legion.
And who might you be? Spellbinder, you? I can't see much out of this one good eye, but you certainly don't convey much power or grace. Battle of Bees? I heard something about a stranger helping Dorian Bright Eyes in his valiant efforts. That was you? Really? What are you pestering me for? You have the moon's crown and need it fixed? Let me see whatever bauble you picked up by mistake. Wait, where did you get this? This truly is the moon's crown. Perhaps you are who you say you are. All right, I will help you. But you'll have to help me. I've lost many of my tools. Blue Razors stole my shears, and Flame Legs took my pot furnace. Not bad. My tools are not ordinary, as you might have surmised. Good tools are critical, and the moon's crown is a relic of the old times. Because of that, we'll need a special fuel to burn hot enough for us to do our work. The night flames in Camp Havoc carry dragon beetle pods. I think they chew on them. You'll need to get a handful. Be careful with those dragon beetle pods. They'll burst into flames if you so much as drop them. We have what we need. I haven't done this in a long time. Not since I received my beauty mark, a gift from the Umbra Legion. Normally, my apprentices do the physical labor, but this requires extreme patience and an experienced touch. It worked! I never imagined I'd see this day. It'll be a small part of history. Now what are you going to do with it? Take it to the Bee Queen? I'd heard rumors that she was no longer a monster. You're doing? All right. I'll trust you.
Spellbinder, I grew worried about you. You've brought the restored moon's crown? Amazing! Spellbinder, the task before us is to take back the Eclipse Tower. It has been under the Shadow Queen's sway for far too long. If we are successful, we will not only restore Bastion, but deal the Shadow Queen a great blow. Go to the edge of Celestial Lake and use the moon's crown at the carved relief to summon the Moonlight Bridge. Ascend to the tower. Address the guardian spirits within and hope they are eager to shed the Shadow Queen's chains. Without their help, we may never triumph.
You raise the moon's crown and face the relief. Mana sparkles across the carving. There's a shimmer and hum, and the Moonlight Bridge is summoned. It is truly magnificent.
Who dares come unbidden to the Eclipse Tower? Dominion of the Lady of Spiders, the Dark Woman, the Shadow Queen. I do not know your name, and I see no badge of the Umbra Legion upon you. I am compelled to destroy you for the Shadow Queen. Wait, what is that you bear? The moon's crown? Can it possibly be true? Are you here for some noble purpose? By the new moon, the charms upon me fade in the moonlight. I have little power here due to the Shadow Queen's corruption. But I can direct you. Travel up the tower and free Sophia Darkside. She is the true caretaker of this place.
You trespass in the halls of the Eclipse Tower. Your blood will stain the sacred halls of the moon.
You have released us from our eternal watch. Thank you.
There is strange magic at work here, something you've only felt once before, when you faced Atlach Ling, the ghost spider. The floor and walls seem to waver around you.
You, the Lightbringer! The guardians of this place were powerless to stop us as we dragged the moon into the shadow. The Shadow Queen placed me here to oversee this relic of the old times. I know its every secret. I've been here so long, so very long. No one ever comes to visit. I have no idea what happens outside these walls. No matter! You have no idea what horrors I am about to show you. Maybe the Shadow Queen will summon me to her palace. You? I can't believe I lost to you! You? Seriously? At least I can finally see the world once more, after a fashion.
Free after so long, trapped in that form, to whom do I owe my freedom? Spellbinder, can you help me restore the Moon Shrine? The Shadow Weavers stripped me of my power, and I have not the strength. You have driven out the Shadow Queen's corruption. I feel my power returning.
Astounding! You freed Sophia Darkside and ousted Ravik Dreamscape, who dominated the Eclipse Tower for generations. We will support you however we are able, Spellbinder. Sophia Darkside would like to teach you about this place.
Tell me the state of the spiral. I have lost so much time. Spellbinder, when you faced Ravik Dreamscape, you surely noticed a unique form of magic that he used in the duel. When the Shadow Queen conquered the Eclipse Tower, she allowed shadow magic to flow in and corrupt the moon magic. Now the two are forever intertwined in this place. Moon magic is about changing forms, but shadow magic is about rebuilding reality. Shadow magic is dangerous and was forbidden throughout the spiral, but you must learn it if you wish to fight legends. Ascend the Eclipse Tower again. You will see new threats, but may expand your mind. It is my honor to teach you. I dearly hope you survive. Shadow magic was forbidden by Grandmother Raven and the great tree Bartleby, for it touches the true essence of the spiral. It can take things apart and put them back together. It can heal, it can hurt, but it is easy to lose yourself in the process. One might say that Morganth's mind shattered after the Spider Magi showed her how to touch shadows, or maybe she was born bad. Your first challenge is to overcome an embodiment of your past victories and failures. Witness your nightmare. You overcame and cured Yashi, the Aztecan spirit of the land, and yet you were unable to save Azteca from Xibalba and the Shadow Queen. Now you face a fragment of the past, a nightmare of failure, and a shadow of the land. Overcome it, or be destroyed.
Shadow is the cruelest art, breeding shapes out of the formless mist. mixing memory and desire, stirring dull thoughts with fervid mana. I will show you fear in a handful of spells. Listen to the thunder of the sky. Give, sympathize, control. Listen to the thunder of the land. Peace, peace, peace.
Well done, Spellbinder. You have freed yourself from the chains of the past. Continue your ascent. Shadow magic enhances your skills and strategies. It flows with your repertoire of spells and builds to new effects. But every shadow spell carries the risk of backlash. You could very well be the instrument of your own defeat. Now, show me how well you know your magic. Prove that you are a true Promethean wizard before I let you touch the other side of reality. You fight like a child of the Titans, Spellbinder. You are a child of light and the light bringer, but now you are also a child of shadow. You have done very well, Spellbinder. It is my honor to teach you how to inscribe a shadow magic spell into your repertoire. We have reclaimed the Eclipse Tower. Let us send a signal to the Shadow Queen that you are more than ready for her. Place the moon's crown on the Lunar Warden statue and watch how Morganth's terrible curse unravels.
The purified moon magic sweeps over the land like a rushing tide, restoring to life what Morganth once changed to inert crystal.
With Bastion restored to its ancient glory, perhaps it can once again serve as a stronghold for light. You are a joy to watch. Head back to Bastion and see with your own eyes what you've achieved. Look for Una Moondancer, who was once advisor to the king.
Hello. Do you know what happened here? My goodness. By the new moon, so much has changed. But there is work to do. Quickly, Spellbinder, where is the king? Do you know any who might know what happened to King Ulrich?
Zaltanna does seem to be the resident expert on Bastion's history and the current state of affairs. You aren't sure how Zaltanna and Una will get along. Maybe you had better ask and then return with the answer.
King Ulrich Fatesailor. He was killed in the final days of the siege of Bastion. His son, Ulrich Whitewolf, was driven into exile. That Ulrich died in a skirmish war. His daughter, Cimmeril Rogesword, was queen for many years until her son became king. Piet Morningsword became the nominal king of the Burrowers.
He was captured by the Broodmother some months back. Why do you ask? I will let you bring Una Moondancer back up to speed.
So many lost kings and queens. This mantis whom you just spoke to, Zaltana the Mirror Mask, how closely does she serve the Shadow Queen? Do you think you can enlist her aid in finding King Piot, or will force be a necessary motivator?
And so it comes to this, Spellbinder. Cards must be revealed, masks dropped, secrets laid bare. Whom do you serve, wizard? The Council of Light. I cannot speak to that. I hear only distorted echoes and half-forgotten words. But let us say I have known something of your agenda since you arrived, and I have supported you, after my fashion. I am the one known as Cornelius. Although I was born across the Starfall Sea and raised under the aegis of the Shadow Queen, I have long sought other answers. I was found by the Fifth Column, a secret force who opposed the Shadow Queen. My role was to stay in Bastion, hidden but visible. I was to help the burrowers and to watch for the one who would bring light to the dark places. At the moment, I suspect this is you. However, if I am wrong, by coming out I risk the unending depths of the Shadow Queen's rage. I very much hope it is you. To the task at hand. After what you've done, I'm sure Queen Sabina will help you find the lost Mouse King.
Spellbinder, the change you have brought to the land is unbelievable. You restored Bastion and also many of my people. The Lost Mouse King? Let me think. Yes, Ulrich? Ulrich II? No, that is not right. His name was Piot Morningsword. I dimly remember a report that he was captured by Belosto Toebiter. That wretched one dwells in an underwater cavern. First Wing Zam in Apiday Village can tell you how to find Belosto, and with luck, the Lost Mouse King. Tell Zam it is my command.
Hello? Have we met before? You remind me of a drone I once knew. You are here on Royal Order of the Queen? Of course I will help you. Ah, Belosto Toebiter. He's a foul sort. He took over the water cavern beneath our round dance shrine. He did this when Queen Sabina was in her dark phase. She ignored him, and we were not strong enough to oust him. To reach the water cavern, we need to restore the round dance shrine. The sassafras men stole our wax candles from the shrine. The moon alone knows why. You will have to fight to recover them. And the vile Mago bee robber stole the traditional crystal stinger staff. He dwells nearby. Get these things to begin.
Did the sniveling bumblers send you after me? See the death's head and die! Can't take the traditional crystal stinger staff. I never wanted it anyway.
Remarkable work! You are a true friend to the bees. But there is more to do. A base yellowjacket stole the shrine's singing bowls and sold them to the flamelegs in the last wood. Get them back. Then you'll need to buzz through the flower meadow to gather a heady pollen cloud around you. You need to smell like a bee. Then hurry back to me. Our singing bowls! Excellent! And, nice perfume. Go to the round dance shrine on the edge of Celestial Lake and place the items you've collected. Then you'll have to do a waggle dance. You don't know the waggle dance? Here, let me teach you. Not bad. Well, nothing says it has to be done well, at any rate. Just do the best you can. The entrance to the water cavern will rise. Head down and face Bellasto Toebiter. He's far more dangerous than his name suggests. Once he's defeated, free the Lost Mouse King.
You place the wax candles, the singing bowls, and the traditional crystal stinger staff on the shrine. Now, do you think you can dance? You try to remember all the moves that Zam taught you. Not bad moves for a wizard.
Let me pierce your skin. My saliva will reduce your ego. Soon you'll be nothing more than a flashback of delicious juices. I was saving the Mouse King for my nymphs when they hatch. Maybe I'll feed your pets to them instead. The babies are always so ravenous. Feed my babies now.
Who has come to save me? I cannot thank you enough. Spellbinder. Bastion has been restored. Can it be true? Please, meet me there so that I can see it with my own eyes. I never believed I would see this day. Spellbinder. I had been trapped by that horrendous creature for too long. You have done so much for my people. Will you help me rally the rest of the burrowers? We need a forceful strike against the remaining Umbra Legion forces. I've heard Blue Razors and Night Flames still plague the Lost Wood. Defeat 100 of each to show them we have returned. Further, here are messages for Elazar Fireblade and Tobias Splitsky. Deliver them for us, and make haste.
A message from Bastion! From King Pied Morningsword! I never expected this day. Please tell the king that we fully support him, of course, for Bastion!
You took down some night flames in Camp Havoc? Ah! They will soon be driven from the last wood. What's this? A letter from Bastion? Excellent news! I heard many of the bees put down their weapons and rallied to their new queen. Old queen, whomever. Tell King Pyat that the sugar gliders remember their vows to Bastion. To celebrate the king's return, and what's more, the restoration of Bastion, we should restore the king's throne. I've heard the crown gems for the king's throne were seen in the claws of some Goliath stingers. My people know where they are, near the Flower Meadow, but only you can get them back. Will you do this?
Fleshling, Shadow Queen, say you come. Say, cross your bones, grind your skull, scatter your deck.
recover a velvet purse with a handful of dazzling gems.
You recovered the crown gems! Excellent! Take the crown gems back to Bastion and use them to restore King Piet's throne. Give the king our regards.
You restore the king's throne with the crown gems and a pinch of magic. Glorious.
The glory of the king's throne is restored. It is a beacon of hope and courage to the burrowers. You are too kind, Spellbinder. You have helped create an unofficial peace with the bees, but we need a formal treaty, such as my ancestors had with the apiary. Can you broker a formal peace treaty with Queen Sabina, so we may stand together against the Shadow Queen and the Umbra Legion?
Spellbinder, I heard that you utterly defeated Bellasto Toebiter and restored the Round Dance Shrine. Well done. King Piet wishes to forge a formal treaty with us? Yes, I am quite happy to do so. To bind the pact, I need your help. I grieve for the harm I did under the shadow, but I can undo one great evil. Divum Whiteheart was poisoned and laid in a resin tomb. But he is not dead. He is in a form of stasis and can be revived. Goliath stingers have a similar potent venom. Track down the Goliath stinger lair and get a dose of their venom so we can create a remedy and revive Divum.
Why you no just ask for venom? Take it. We have plenty.
You managed to get the venom? Well done. We need to mix the venom with charcoal powder to transform it to its healing form. You'll have to get some from the Night Flames in Camp Havoc. They use it for their dark rituals. You got the charcoal powder. Excellent. Mix it with the Goliath stinger venom to create the remedy. I had Divum move to the small gallery. Meet me inside. Soon as I melt the resin casing away, deliver the remedy.
Divim's form is cold and inert, but you hope for the best as you make him drink the remedy. There is a long, dark moment where nothing happens. No heartbeat, no pulse, no breath. And then...
Oh, that tastes terrible.
Well done, Spellbinder. I will have my people escort Divim Whiteheart back to Bastion. He should rest for a time. Spellbinder, tell King Piot that the apiary is honored to stand with Bastion against the Shadow. The way ahead of you is dark and fraught with peril, but if I can ever help you, you have but to ask.
Spellbinder, what word do you have from Queen Sabina? A treaty? And Divim Whiteheart returned to us? A glorious day! Spellbinder, the Shadow Queen must be reeling and distracted from your victories here and in the Mooncliffs. I know you are eager to press on and face the Shadow Queen. I do not understand her dark ritual, but I know it must be stopped. The Shadow Palace lies at the end of the world, across the Starfall Sea and past the Konda Desert. But how to get you there? Consult with my advisor, Una Moondancer, then question Zaltana the Mirror Mask for her insight. Are you sure we can trust this Mantis? Strange allies in these dark days.
You wish to reach the Shadow Palace? The perilous waves of the Starfall Sea lie between us and the end of the world. As the Shadow Queen corrupted the Eclipse Tower, so too did she conquer the Radiant Alcazar and the Solar Ark. But once she plundered them, the Shadow Queen destroyed the Radiant Alcazar to ensure no one else could learn her secrets. She threw it down from the celestial heavens. The stars fell burning into the ocean and created the Starfall Sea. There are still celestial fragments in the world, dying starstones, which can help you navigate the Starfall Sea. But I am at a loss as to how to get one.
A dying starstone. Ghost Dog, the warlord who commands the Umbra Legion at Fort Rachias, has one. I do not think even you could just knock on the gates to Fort Rachias and have them let you in. The Milanos Tower is a ruin that overlooks Fort Rachias. From the top, you could issue a challenge. However, it would be an illusion. When they charge out to destroy you, you could instead slip inside the open gate. If you make it, look for my hunter sister, Zarozinia the Death Song. She will help you if you convince her we are allies.
Do you have a plan? Spellbinder, your plan is ambitious, but it is the only one we have. You have my best wishes. You will have a companion on your journey. I told Divim Whiteheart to rest, but he would not have it. Take him to the Milanos Tower. From there, you can better plan your infiltration of Fort Rachias.
I am eager to see this through, my friend. Milanos Tower. This was one of our first great losses to the Umbra Queen in the old times. We need to drive out the Umbra Legion's forces from the Milanos Tower.
Security has been lax in Tyrian Gorge of late. Burrowers and their friends mucking about. Ghost dogs sent to slay all who trespass here. Get ready to face the heat! have hit me between the eyes. But the Death's Head Sorcerer, Rachias Night Orb, will stop you!
A Death's Head Sorcerer? They often carry lunar crystals. You could use them to create the illusion we need.
Who let you up here? Those Bane-tails let me down, didn't they? I'm just gonna have to rock you like a hurricane! I thought only the Shadow Queen was privy to shadow magic. What do you want my lunar crystals for, anyway?
From here, you can see the stronghold of Fort Rachias. Use the lunar crystals to project your shadow as a challenge. Then hurry down to meet me outside the Milanos Tower.
You tap into the power of the lunar crystals. They emit a soft glow that gets stronger and brighter. You summon up the shadow self that Sophia Darkside taught you and project it through the lunar crystals. It rises up as a challenge to those in Fort Rachias, and even from here, you think you can hear an answering roar.
I think they heard you. The gates to Fort Rachias are open. Move up to cover, then wait for the troops to boil out. Once they've gone by, hurry inside the fort before they discover your ruse. Quickly, inside, now! I never expected to see inside the grim walls of this heinous place. Zaltana said to look for the Mantis Hunter Zarazinia, but in the meantime be on your guard. Enemies abound. Let us battle through these gloom dancers and make it through those doors. They look important.
Did you hear the dinner bell? No? That's because you're too early. Unless you want to become part of the mess. Try the soup! I can't take the heat! If you want to go deeper into the fort, use that lever to throw open the gate.
What a vile creature! Throw the lever and let's go through the gate. So far, so good. That chamber down the corridor is our goal, I bet. Push through those black bolts and make your way inside. I'll guard your back.
Yes! A wizard! Here? Yes, fool, there! With the mouse! Eek! A mouse! It will contaminate our process! Not if we kill them. You want to go deeper into Fort Rachias? Use the lever to open the gate.
Why didn't you just ask nicely?
Please, boys, can you free us? I was afraid you would leave us to our fate.
We could never do that. Be free and buzz back to the apiary. You will find it a changed place.
Thank you, kind mouse, kind spellbinder.
What other horrors will this place throw at us? Let's find out. Now, what do we have here? We need to find a way to get to those stairs. Let's ask these devil's flowers with our blades.
You'll need permission from the weapons master to reach those stairs. She waits in the training hall.
Are you some new petty warlord who seeks to prove yourself in the Shadow Queen's army? Wait, what is this? A burrower accompanies you.
Master, do you wish us to slay them and eat their heads?
Zarozinia, your sister, Zaltana the Mirror Mask, sent us to find you. She said as part of the 5th column you would help us.
Master, what lies are these?
Nice work, mouse. Now my cover's blown.
I must lick my wounds and reflect on my life.
You have quite the way of introducing yourself. Tell me your story, briefly, and what you are looking for. To reach Ghost Dog. He's at the center of Fort Rachias, of course. I'll open the gate, so you can reach the next tier. Meet me at the top of the landing. The entire Umbra Legion is buzzing with news about your doings, Spellbinder. This part of the fort is known as Dragonfly Landing, and it is controlled by Quartermaster Rackham, a merciless Shadow Weaver.
Is there such thing as a merciful Shadow Weaver?
Silence your tongue, mouse! Just because I stand against the Shadow Queen doesn't mean I am overly fond of you. Find Quartermaster Rackham near the landing zone. He'll tell you how to access the 3rd tier of Rachias and Ghost Dog's den.
Fie! What do you want? To reach Ghost Dog? Ah, blast it all! I'll help you if you let me escape unscathed. To reach the central keep, you need the Trine Key. It is, as I'm sure you surmised, kept in 3 parts. The first part of the key is in the striped barracks. Go get it.
Magician, why do you stick your nose in here? We will beat you like a drum. Rain in your strikes. Here, take the first tine of the Trine Key.
I expected no less. The second part of the Trine Key is in the main barracks. Hurry and fetch it.
Exotic meat. Time for a hunt. I will shave my mane in shame. Here, take the second tine for your key.
Of course you got it. The last part of the Trine Key is in the Horn Barracks. Must I draw you a map?
You're a tiny thing. We'll stop you flat and spear you through. Shrine key? We don't have a thing like that. I think Quartermaster Rackham has it.
It's a trap!
Of course it's a trap, you fools! Die in the name of the Shadow! Blight! Take the last tine of the blasted Trine Key!
Take the Trine Key, and let's hurry to the great doors.
The Trine Key slides into place perfectly and unlocks the great doors.
I can't believe we've made it this far. This is the center of Fort Rachias, the black, beating heart of Shadow. Ghost Dog must be close. He will have your Dying Starstone nearby. However, I have never been summoned here before, so we will have to explore its mysteries together. Start here. Fragments of old campaigns. Nothing of interest.
How much damage has the Umbra Legion done? Where are all these worlds?
The next chamber looks more promising.
What was that?
Probably a prisoner. We have caught many of your people over the years. It sounded like a burrower being put to the question. Regardless, if it's an interrogation room, Ghost Dog likely isn't there. Shall we skip it?
A prisoner? We must investigate. This way.
Who are you?
Help! I order you...
Ki for Bastion!
Thank you for freeing me. I do not think I could last much longer. My stars, you are a strange lot, aren't you? Are you here to sabotage the shadow weapons?
The what?
At first, they questioned me about the last wood, but of late, they were desperate to know about a wizard. I gather that's you.
Of course.
We must investigate this.
I overheard them discussing these new, incredibly deadly weapons they're crafting.
Are you sure you were to spend time investigating these shadow weapons? The Yellow Jacket Black Shields will know. Strike some down and find out which room is the test chamber for these shadow weapons.
I will guard Magalia while she recovers her strength.
shadow weapons are being crafted in the test chamber. Where else? It's down there.
Good enough. Let's get this over with. Let us deal with these shadow weapons, and quickly. All these delays give Ghost Dog time to prepare to face you. I am Zarozinia, the Death Song, the Weapons Master. How do you not know this? Let me see the weapons.
Spellbinder, can you feel the living terror embodied in these dread shadow weapons? We must destroy them at once!
What?
Do you people have no sense of subtlety?
Amazing work, Spellbinder.
May we finally continue? See here, the way is warded.
I have recovered enough of my strength. I can force open the ward, but if enemies come up behind us, they might trap us inside.
Open it then, and go with the Spellbinder. I will stay here and keep the way open.
I will stay with you, Mantis, and help you hold the corridor.
Are you prepared? Spellbinder, once I open this gate, we must hurry inside and take on the sinister Ghost Dog. As one of the Shadow Queen's elite warlords, I fear she may have given him great powers. Be on your guard. We must recover the Dying Starstone if you hope to travel across the Starfall Sea and reach the lands of the Arachna. The Warlord's first defenders. They will fight deceitfully.
Ghost Dog said to bring you before him, preferably in terrible agony.
The Spellbinder's head would make a tasty trophy.
You have made it far, Spellbinder. Neither you nor your little summoner will walk away from this fight. can take you!
There he is. Be careful. I see a vein of shadow magic running through his aura.
Little wizard, you are persistent, aren't you? How many times have you cheated death? Countless, it seems. Ghost Dog was the first warlord to come to my cause. Say hello. And goodbye.
The way of the samurai is found in death. Every day, one should meditate on being ripped apart by arrows, sliced by swords, gouged by minotaurs, blasted by tempests, shot by centaurs, frostbit by balefrost, trampled by elephants, doomed by deer knights, or struck down by samurai. Every day, without fail, one should consider himself dead. Let me teach you this philosophy firsthand. If a warrior's head were to be suddenly cut off, he should still be able to perform one more action with certainty.
That sounds ominous.
Ghost Dog! I did not give you permission to lie down. Rise, Kerr. Your queen commands it! You see, little wizard, reality is what I make of it. I raise Ghost Dog from the edge of defeat and imbue him with the strength of shadow. Cry havoc, as they say, and savage the little fool.
meant you no disrespect.
That was worrisome, but you did it. You overcame him.
Oh! Do you hear that thunder in the distance? It is the Lords of Night teaching me another verse. I'll strip you of your spells soon enough. You have no idea of the pain you have ahead of you.
Quickly, get the Dying Starstone before the Shadow Queen finds some new horror to unleash. A fragment of the Radiant Alcazar. This is the embodiment of star magic. It will be a guiding light for the next part of your voyage.
Oh! We did it!
I can't believe it! Spellbinder, we must exit Fort Rachias, and quickly, before the Shadow Queen sends a greater force against us. Keep the Dying Starstone safe.
I will lead you to Crescent Beach. I cannot stay here, of course.
You have taken the Eclipse Tower from the Shadow, restored Lost Bastion, and stolen a Dying Starstone from an Umbra Legion stronghold. Your path to face the Shadow Queen will take you over Crescent Beach and across the Starfall Sea. I do not know exactly how you will cross that baleful ocean, but you already have the most important piece of that puzzle. Beyond the Starfall Sea lies the Iron Gates, the Condor Desert, and the heart of the Shadow Web, Morganth's Shadow Palace.
Mantis, I never expected to fight side by side with one of your kind. It has been an honor. Thank you.
Perhaps the bees knew something in the old times when they were friends with Bastion. The Shadow Queen led all my people astray. It is pleasing to stand in the light.
Yes, let us return to Zaltana and Bastion to enjoy the light for a moment, before we plunge back into shadow.
Spellbinder, you are victorious. I was concerned about your chances. With Ghost Dog defeated and Fort Rachias weakened, you have won a great victory against the Shadow Queen. You may well be the one to restore light and life to the land.
Young wizard, excellent work indeed. The Dying Starstone you have acquired will guide you into the heart of darkness. Of course, Morganth knows you are here now, so expect the way to be fraught with peril. She is most dangerous when she feels trapped. We in the Council of Light will continue to do our best to guide you. Rest for now, and soon we will begin again.
I have taken Zerozinia's counsel, and I believe it is time for you to assail Crescent Beach and cross the Starfall Sea. Wait, what is this? You know these apparitions? Quickly, speak to them and discover what they want.
Be at ease, good Mantis, young wizard. It is time to throw down Morganth and her dark work. You have restored the Eclipse Tower, and in so doing, you have delved into shadow. I see now that it was inevitable. While I would not and could not teach shadow magic at Ravenwood, I have faith you will not forget our principles. Use these principles to steer yourself between light and shadow. You will need all your wits to take on Morganth. Your next step is to find the Alcazar of Radiant Judgment, a shrine to star magic. Reclaim it in order to deny Morganth its powers. Morganth and her warlords know you are about, so you must expect each league to be hard fought. Be brave, and we will be with you.
Jambo, young wizard. The restoration of Bastion is a wonderful sight. I'm sure Morganth still burns in anger. Of course, that may not be so good for you, but you will face her challenges with grace and skill, as we know. Still, I can give you some small help. Take this, and use it wisely.
By the spiral, Spellbinder, you have some powerful spirits in your corner. Travel to Fort Rachias. I've sent Zarozinia the Death Song ahead to wait for you. She will guide you down to Crescent Beach. From there, you'll have to find a way to sail Starfall Sea. The ruins of the Alcazar of Radiant Judgment lie somewhere in the waves. The Dying Starstone you recovered from Ghost Dog will guide you to the Alcazar, but I do not know how you will survive the storms. Find Zarozinia and look for a way to cross the Starfall Sea.
Spellbinder, I've been waiting for you. Be on guard. Despite your victory over Ghost Dog, there are still many enemies about. The way to Crescent Beach was barricaded by the guards of Fort Rachias. Dragon beetles produce searing hot pods as part of their life cycle. We can use them to burn down the barricade. Help me collect some dragon beetle pods from this cavern. Be careful. Dragon beetles bite. Yes, these will do. Wedge the pods into the barricade. The pods will burn the barricade down. Hurry through to the edge of Crescent Beach.
The beetle pods burn brightly. The barricade burns down, leaving little more than a pungent smell.